Hello guys, my name is Reyes and this is how I configure a router and a switch, and somewhat we are just gonna connect the PC, routers and switch. Then first of all, we need a console cable. Then first of all, this is the console cable as you can see. Then we need to connect the console cable to the console port of the PC and the switch. So first, let's connect the console cable to the console port of the computer and connect the console port of the console cable in the switch. Then after that, we need to connect the switch and the routers. We are gonna connect the switch and the routers by a straight through cable or the UTP cable. So in order to connect that, we need to connect the router. This is the fast Ethernet. Then we will gonna connect the router to the switch with a gigabit Ethernet. Then as you can see, it is already connected. Then after that, we will gonna connect the PC to the switch port, the fast Ethernet switch to the fast Ethernet of APC. Then it also uses a straight through cable. Then we're gonna connect it to the second port or the fast Ethernet. Then with that, we can configure now the switch. First, we're gonna configure the switch. Then we're gonna use the PATI. Then if you can download PATI in the internet, and you can also use another applications like Exotherm and other stuff. Then let's do. Then as you can see, this is the PATI IDE. Then you will just gonna click the serial, and as you can see, the line is a serial line from 1. Then the speed is 9600. So you will just click open, and after that, as you can see, we are now connected on the switch. The switch is, you can see, we're gonna go to the privilege exec mode by typing enable. Then as you can see, the switch has the hashtag letter or special characters. So we are now on the privilege exec mode. Then we're gonna go to the global configuration mode by typing the configure terminal. And as you can see, there has been added characters on that switch. Then config and the hashtags. Then as you can see, we are now in the global config mode. And first, we are gonna change the name of the switch. So it would be hostname SW1 for the, as you can see, the switch has changed its hostname. Then the banner mode is somewhat in order to make a warning or a information about the user that will configure the routers or the switch. So banner mode, then warning, authorized access only. Then we've already configured the banner mode and this hostname. Then we're gonna go to the line console and give it some password but first, let's make a password for the privilege exec mode, the enable secret. And the password would be just a pass for this video. It's just a simple password. Then so you can see. Then after that, we are gonna go to the line console 0 in order to have a password for this whole CMD. Then line console 0. And as you can see, we are in the line console 0. Then password. Then the password will be class for just for this activity. Then after that is login. Then exit. As you can see in the line console 0, we've inputted a password and I've typed login in order, so when someone is gonna log in on the privilege exec mode or the CMD, it would parse a password that you need to enter and some other type. Then the line VTY of the switch, because in order to secure all the ports, you need to do the line VTY 0 to 15 in order to secure all the ports that you need to be connected. Then the password would be just class again, then log in and exit. With that, we already secure all the ports of the switch, and we are gonna go now for the service password encryption. The service password encryption is somewhat just a command that makes all the password encrypted to not a plain text message or other stuff. Then it makes a password hard to decrypt by the hackers or some vulnerabilities that may attack your switch and routers or other intermediary devices. Then we are gonna give the switch an IP address. With that, we gonna go to interface VLAN 1, then IP address 192.168.1.1.2, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Then the no shutdown command in order to have a connection to the PC and the switch. Then exit. Then now we are gonna configure the router, and we're gonna exit the CMD in the switch or the IDE for the switch. Then we are gonna put this console cable in this router. The console is one. A router has also a console port. Then after that, we're gonna use PATI again because there are no other. Then as you can see, we're already connected on the router 1. Then enable. Then in order to go to user privilege exec mode, then configure terminal. In order to go to the global exec mode, then let's change the host name to router 1. Then as you can see, the host name is already been changed. Then the banner mode for the next user to have a initiate warning or information, authorized access only. Then we will gonna go to secure the line console. The first line console, the one would be line console 0. Just like the switch, the pattern is somewhat simple in switch and routers, so it would be easy. And the password would be class again, then login, exit. Then we're gonna go to the line VTY. There are many fast Ethernet ports in the router. You could also secure that by accessing the line VTY 0 to 15. I use line VTY 0 to 15 in order to secure all the ports in the router. But if some router has 2 ports only, just like our router Cisco port 221, it has only 2 ports, just somewhat. Then password, class again, then login, then exit. Then we're gonna give the router and the switch a connection, so that would be a gigabit interface, gigabit 0/0/1. The 0/0/0/1 is somewhat connected to the port of the router, the Cisco port 221. As you can see there are GE in here. There are GE 001. So that would you type in the consoles. Then after that, we are already in the gigabit Ethernet of the router. So the IP address would be 192.168.0.1. Then incomplete command, I forgot the subnet mask. The subnet mask would be 255.255.0. Then the no shutdown command in order to have the connection, have a active connections. Then we will gonna put the description. This description would be the router 1 to switch 1 connection. Then after that is you're just gonna exit and see if the connections are good. Then we will gonna encrypt all the password by typing the service password encryption, and with that you've already secured the router and the switch. So that's primarily all the configurations that you need, or the basic configurations that you need in configuring the switch and the router in a daily life. Then that's all for today.